Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta releases in less than 24 hours, and how are we feeling, chat? That's what I want to know this video. How are we feeling about it? You guys like what you saw at COD Next? You dislike what you saw? Like a couple of things, dislike some other things? I don't know. I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys personally think? Let me know down below. I'll be checking out the comments, responding to them, trust, and maybe if we get enough, we can even talk about them in another video. That would be awesome. First thing for me, let's just get the positives out of the way, and then we'll jump into the negatives, because I do have both. All right, it's definitely not a perfect Call of Duty. We can say that much for sure. But it's not like it's going to be awful either. Think about Vanguard. You all could have it worse, all right? So you want to complain about every single thing they do? Maybe think about it first, because it could be worse. My name is Zachary Droplet. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And real quick, I gotta say, welcome back to day number 274 of 500 posts straight in a row. Gonna make it happen. Let's get straight into it, y'all. What are some of the positives that I personally saw? To me, some of the positives that I wrote down here that I saw, the visuals. The visuals look great. If you disagree with that, I can sort of see where you're coming from if you explain it to me, but if you're just like, oh, it looks bad, and you don't explain it, I'm going to disagree with you, because it does look really good. Like, it actually did. The multiplayer and the zombies, I'm not talking just one or the other. Both of them looked really good. I like the multiplayer. I feel like the colors actually differentiate enough in this one. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just colorblind and don't know it, which I'm not. I feel like sometimes on some of the maps on BO6, it was like the colors just mixed together too good, if that makes sense, and it was hard to differentiate the person from the map. Whereas when I watched the multiplayer at COD Next, it actually looked like I could differentiate. That's a part of the map. Oh, player's gonna peek here. I'll be able to see them, and I won't have to be getting up all close, squinting my eyes and seeing. I also had the movement, and again, multiplayer and zombies. I think it's good on both of them. I think adding the wall bounce into multiplayer, I've seen people saying it's unnecessary. I disagree. We had Black Ops 3, and maybe it's just me being a fan of jetpack games, because I did love BO3. I think it's the best COD. I'll die on that hill. Really, I will. Fight me over it. I think Black Ops 3 is the best Call of Duty ever. I'll explain my reasonings too. I already did in a video, but it's old and honestly not that good. So I would redo it if you all were interested. Just know I think that is the best. BO2 very, very close second, and then for me, MW3 is third. That's a hot take. Anyways, that's not. I'm following a little tangent there. Apologies, but they got the wall bounce on multiplayer, and then zombies. They made it so you can't attack sprint. That's the one positive I really have for zombies. However, because that makes it feel less Warzone-y, less Warzone / multiplayer mechanics. But at the same time, there's a lot more. We'll have to wait until we get into the negatives for that. I lied to you guys as well. I actually do have one more positive that I wrote down, is actually being able to crush your gun balls and make them into essence, aka points. Haven't seen anyone do it. They didn't have it enabled at COD Next. Probably won't have it enabled in the beta. I don't know how much essence you can get. It's probably going to be like 100. So cool, you added a new feature, not that great. I don't know, it's a positive, but it could be better. They could expand on it. The huge zombies map, so I'm definitely down for that. And the big news here is that we're going to have 6 new multiplayer maps by the end of season number 1. Yeah, they're putting out a bunch of content, because you think how long the seasons are, it's probably only going to be 60, 70, maybe 80 days. That'd be a stretch. I don't think so. I think they're usually like 60, 70 days long. And we're going to have 6 brand new maps put in there, with 16 maps already at launch. So we're going to be up to, what is that, 24 maps? Is my math in there? No, it'd be 22. Somebody needs to hand me a calculator, because I don't know how to count. And then we're also going to get a brand new zombies map by the end of the season, and 2 new survival zombies maps. The post-launch content is looking good at the moment. Will they keep it up all year? I dang sure hope so. I tell you what. Because if they spoil us with this, and then they go on their Christmas break, they do nothing for an entire month plus a week probably, because last year they had a really long break, and that kind of oh my god. Then I mean, I don't even know. I feel like you're gonna lose majority of your players, and then you're going to release content anyways, but it won't really matter unless you're die hard like me, still playing the game. Then yes, I very much will enjoy that. That's really all the positives I have written down. That's not a lot, I know, but we've covered it in other videos, so I don't want to repeat as much. We will a little bit here. But biggest complaint I have about the game as a whole is just the nostalgia bait that they have. I mean, it is crazy when you look at it. Zombies, they brought back the OG crew. Biggest nostalgia bait ever. All right, when the creators exfilled to COD Next, it was the Revelations house, the House of Agartha. Another nostalgia bait. Move on to multiplayer. They're bringing back Nuketown 2025 from BO2, which, to be fair, this game is a direct sequel from BO2, which I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about enough as well. I wanted to throw that in there. It's literally a direct sequel. I know Black Ops 4 was technically supposed to be, but they said it was, and nobody's already talking about that, so I'm kind of excited to see where they go with this direction. If they could revive the storyline, which they're trying to. I know they are. They have Menendez, right? He's coming back, I think. Or do I got my villain switched up? I think that's the correct one. Yeah, it is. I remember Menendez being BO2. I'm still wrong on that, even after just reconfirming it. Then I don't know, ball, I guess. But I'm almost 100% positive it's Menendez BO2, so they're bringing him back for the campaign storyline. Other than the nostalgia bait, we got the Zombies crew, we got the Revelations house, as I said, we got Nuketown, and the DSR being back, and multiplayer, that's another nostalgia bait. The Peacekeeper, another nostalgia bait. So that's a handful right there, and I put, like 30 seconds of thought into that? There's more nostalgia baits. I just can't think of them off the top of the dome right now that I'm on the spot trying to do it. But I know there's more. That's my biggest complaint with the entire game. Now, some other complaints I have that are kind of smaller is the gameplay feeling the exact same, but at the same time, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because it's on the exact same engine as BO6, so you kind of have to expect it to be about the same. And I do agree, it should feel a little different. Each year to year, it should feel different. I am not disagreeing with you all on that one because I'm sure you'll disagree with what I just said. But it was developed at the same time as BO6, on the same engine. It's gonna feel the same for the majority. So if you didn't like BO6, you probably won't like BO7. Which makes me think that BO7 might be Treyarch's last chance to save COD, and we'll save that for another time. We're going to see how the beta is tomorrow. Again, comes out in less than 24 hours. I'm excited. Also, subscribe to the channel and drop a like because I will be posting content on that when it comes out. I am excited about it, y'all. Unfortunately, Zombies doesn't come out until the second day. I don't know whose bright idea that was. They're like, oh, we're going to release it day one. Oh, actually, never mind, day two. Oh, and actually, you're not going to get to play it the entire time. It's only going to be out a couple days. Twin, what? You know you're not going to make changes to it. You might as well let us play it and let the disappointment get out right away. Oh, wait. That's why you're not letting everybody play it right away. That's why you're ending it early and only having it for a limited amount of time in the beta. Because you want people to still play it when the game releases instead of playing it in the beta and then realizing, wow, this is bad because it's exactly like BO6. And I didn't like BO6. Not me personally. That's what you guys are going to be saying, the majority. With that said, I still didn't really like BO6, so I'm going to be with you guys on that one. That's the next, actually, two things that I have is that the Zombies HUD and the gameplay style is pretty much the same, slash multiplayer, slash Warzone-ish. That's the complaint I have on that. And then also is that we might not ever go back to OG Zombies, and we're just stuck with this new modern Warzone Zombies, as I mentioned earlier. It's disappointing, to say the least. I know Curse Mode is coming back, and I honestly, truly think that's going to make or break the game for tons of people. Because myself, you guys who have been commenting on my past couple of videos, who are very excited for Zombies to be coming back with this OG mode. But again, we might be led astray here. It might not be as good as it seems. And if it's a letdown and it's not legit just what everyone wants to see back, they're going to lose everybody. I mean, I can only hold out hope for so many years, and I will. I'm holding hope. I'm just expecting it to feel exactly like BO6, because if you watch COD Next, Mr. Rolf Waffles actually made a video, and I think it was just today he posted it, and he interviewed some of the Zombies creators who were there, because there's only like 10, and he got, I think, 4 of them on there, and interviewed them and asked them their actual thoughts on it, and all of them pretty much said it plays the exact same as BO6, but it does feel, the ambience of it does feel better, which I think is a huge positive, so good job there, Treyarch, I guess. But the rest of it, I don't know. I'm kind of let down for Zombies at the moment. Still holding hope, as I said. I don't think it'll be as bad as BO6, because we got that huge map we can play Ashes of the Damned right away. They're releasing another map pretty quickly, which reminds me kind of Shadows and the Giant on BO3. I think that's a good path for them, but what's the storyline going to look like? What's the map going to look like? That's what it'll heavily depend on for me. So I'm not necessarily hating on it yet. I'm just skeptical. And again, the curse mode, they gotta capitalize on it. If they don't, I mean, I think it really tarnishes the rep more than it already is, and they're really going to lose whatever remaining OG player base for zombies is there. I don't know. I'm trying to not talk about things I've already talked about in other videos, but it's kind of hard not to because I get more thoughts on it every day, and then I see new stuff on it and what other people are saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a good point, blah, blah, blah. And I think we've done our best in this one to not repeat things that caught me off guard. My computer just turned off. Holy. We'll see. We'll see. The beta comes out in less than 24 hours like this whole video is supposed to be about. We're just talking about some of the positives and negatives that we saw, and if they're going to fix them during the beta. We know they won't. It won't be fixed before the beta either, the negatives, and will they fix it after? I guess only time will tell. We'll have to wait and play the beta tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here, though. Again, let me know your comments down below. What do you guys think? Do you agree with some of the points I had today? Do you disagree with some? Is there something I didn't mention that you are excited about, or something I didn't mention that you are really not excited about being in the game? I don't know. Also, that new multiplayer score streak that was in there, you guys see that one with the sniper? That thing looks awesome. And people are complaining, it's a score streak. You got to get tons of score to get it. Get over it. Again, only the multiplayer will be out tomorrow. I have to wait another day for zombies on Friday, so be here, check it out, and check out some other creators who will be streaming it. I know everybody will be. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let me know your thoughts. Seriously, I want to know what you all are thinking. If you hate COD, why are you here at the end of this video? I don't care if you hate it, man. It's just my thoughts I'm putting out there. So if you want to hate on me for posting what I love, so be it. I don't care, man. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope yourselves guys. I love y'all. See you in the next one. Peace.